Growing up on the south side of Chicago, Junior never really got the chance to be a kid. At 25, everybody called him Jay the Don. But inside that apartment, he was more than a big brother. He was the father figure, the protector, the one making sure his younger brothers had food, clean clothes, and a way to school. Their mother was around, but not really. Most nights she was drunk, gone, or too lost in her own pain to notice what her boys needed. So Junior stepped up. He missed school because he was exhausted from being in the streets all night, selling drugs just to keep the lights on and make sure Michael and Isaiah were straight. Michael was 17, quiet but proud, and everybody called him Mike. Isaiah was 13, fearless, hard-headed, and full of fire, so they called him Zay. Junior tried his best to keep the streets away from them, even while the streets had already wrapped themselves around him. But one afternoon, Mike and Zay were walking home from school with their friends when one of them, Tyrone, dared everybody to take a different block. Mike didn't want to do it at first. Something about it didn't feel right. But once they started calling him scary, and even Zay joined in, he gave in. They turned down the unfamiliar block, laughing at first, until they saw a group of older guys posted up ahead. Blue bandanas, sagging pants, white tees, cold stares. The whole mood changed. One of the men stepped forward and asked, "What section y'all from?" Mike and Zay looked confused. Junior had kept them away from gang life, so they didn't understand what he meant. Mike tried to stay respectful and said, "Sir, we don't gangbang. We just got out of school and took a different way home." But the leader wasn't trying to hear it. He told them nobody walked down that block for free, and unless they had $30, they needed to turn around. That's when Zay's temper took over.
He stepped forward and said, "You don't own this block. We can walk wherever we want." The man stepped towards Zay, and Zay stepped right back. Mike grabbed his little brother before things got worse and pulled him away. They turned around and went home the regular way. But Zay was still heated when they walked through the door, pacing and talking under his breath. Junior heard him and narrowed his eyes. "Zay," he said, "what happened? Why you so mad?" And right then,